Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning class. What's your life? Well, I hope you are good. See you again in English lesson with me, Mr. Baby. And in this meeting, we are still talking about narrative text. Oke, selamat pagi semuanya. Bagaimana kabarnya? Ya, mudah-mudahan semuanya baik-baik saja. Ya. Di pagi kali ini, ya kita masih tetap menjaga kesehatan ya, jangan sampai sakit. Belajarnya masih tetap di rumah, tapi walaupun begitu tetap semangat ya. Oke, masih dengan saya Mr. Bedi, dan di pagi kali ini kita masih berbicara tentang narrative text ya. Apa itu narrative text? Ya, narrative text adalah teks yang menceritakan tentang cerita fiktif ya, yaitu tentang dongeng, di mana di dalam cerita tersebut terdapat complication ya, atau komplikasi masalah, dan juga biasanya ada resolution atau pemecahan masalahnya. Lalu apa social function dari teks naratif ini? Oke, sebagaimana sudah dijelaskan sebelumnya bahwa social function dari teks naratif ini adalah untuk menghibur para pembacanya ya, atau para penontonnya. Lalu apa saja bagian-bagian teks dalam cerita tersebut, atau generic structure dalam cerita tersebut ya. Yang pertama adalah orientation, yakni di dalamnya berisi tentang waktu kejadian ya, tempat kejadian, tokoh ya, yang terdapat dalam orientation tersebut. Yang kedua yaitu complication. Complication itu adalah masalah yang timbul dalam cerita tersebut ya. Oke. Lalu apa yang ketiga? Yang ketiga yaitu ada resolution ya. Resolution adalah pemecahan masalah, pemecahan masalah, how to solve the problem, yaitu memecahkan masalah dalam cerita tersebut. Bisa happy ending, bisa juga sad ending. Jadi bisa berakhir dengan bahagia, bisa juga berakhir dengan sedih. Lalu yang keempat ada yang namanya orientation atau code. Ini adalah suatu nilai yang bisa diambil dalam cerita tersebut ya. Jadi moral value in that story. Apakah cerita tersebut menceritakan tentang seseorang yang baik hati, atau yang tamat, atau yang jujur ya, yang suka berbohong. Itu adalah moral lesson or moral value dalam cerita tersebut. Oke. Kali ini Bapak akan menceritakan tentang cerita dari luar negeri, yaitu dari negeri Vietnam, tentang The Golden Star Fruit Tree ya, The Golden Star Fruit Tree ya. Cerita ini menceritakan banyak hal, dan mudah-mudahan kalian bisa mengambil hikmah dari cerita tersebut, mengambil pelajaran dari cerita tersebut. Oke, apa yang mesti dilakukan dan apa yang tidak mesti dilakukan. And I hope you can retell that story with your own word. Oke, dan mudah-mudahan kalian bisa menceritakan kembali cerita tersebut dengan menggunakan kata-kata kalian sendiri atau bahasa kalian sendiri. Oke, kali ini kita akan mempelajari cerita The Golden Star Fruit Tree. Mudah-mudahan kalian bisa mengambil pelajaran dari cerita tersebut. Oke, silakan dengarkan, dan yang terpenting adalah kalian nanti yang harus diperhatikan bagaimana cara membaca atau pronunciation dari cerita tersebut. The Golden Star Fruit Tree. Long time ago, there was a rich old man living in the Vietnam. He had two sons. They had very different attitudes. The older brother was very greedy, and the younger brother was very kind. When the old man died, the brother divided his father's wealth into two parts. The big brother took almost everything. He gave his younger brother only a small piece of land with a star fruit tree in front of it. The younger brother did not mind. From then on, he lived there and made his living only by selling star fruit from the tree. Unfortunately, a very big raven often came and ate all the ripe fruit. At first, he was too afraid of the raven and did not know what to do. But one day, he dared to approach the raven. He begged to it not to eat the fruit. If you eat the fruit, I will have nothing to sell to the market, and my family will starve. Surprisingly, the raven was not angry. He replied, I need the fruit too. Can I have them? And I will pay you with gold. Bring 1 meter long bag, and I'll bring to a place full of gold, and you can fill the bag full with gold. The younger brother then taught his wife to make 1 meter long bag. When the bag was done, he climbed on the raven bag, and they flew to a place full of gold. He filled the bag full with gold, and then fly back home on the raven's back. From then on, the younger brother and his family could live happily in luxury. On the commemoration of his brother's death, he invited his older brother to come to his house. Thinking that his brother had a poor house, the big brother refused to come. But because his younger brother insisted, he and his wife finally decided to come. When they got the younger brother's house, they were surprised to see that he was now very rich. He asked his younger brother how he had got all his wealth, and the younger brother was happy to tell him the truth. Then the greedy brother and his wife offered the younger brother to trade all their fortune for the star fruit tree. The younger brother gladly accepted the offer. Soon, the older brother and his family moved to the house with the star fruit tree. When the raven came for the star fruit, the older brother made the same plea. As expected, the raven told him to bring 1 meter long bag. Because he was greedy, he asked his wife to make a much longer bag. When the bag was done, he climbed on the raven's back, and then they flew to the place full of gold. He filled the big bag with gold. He also brought some gold in his pocket. On the way home, the Lord soon became too heavy for the raven. Unable to hang on, the raven swayed, and the big brother fell straight down to the sea with his bag and pocket full of gold. He sank very fast down the sea. The older brother finally died. He died because of his greedy. Okay, that's all the story. I hope you can take some lesson from the story. Finally, I say goodbye. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.